A little bit of goblin action here. No Iron Claw Orcs, but that's okay. We've already seen them in action. It's okay for them to take a little break. So we just have a full goblin, basically.
Full goblin.
Yeah. The Pendelhaven is interesting. You usually see it in, like elf decks or... but it still works. It still works with goblins.
It's a 1/1 creature, so...
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
We have a full suite of goblin grenades, which makes sense given the number of goblins. Typically,
Goblin Kings?
Yeah, I like it. I like it no matter how many goblins you're playing. 4, 8, 6. I still like it. It's on curve. It's good. It mirrors the ball lightning in terms of playability on turn 3, so it's not bad. I'm not a big fan of the random goblins just for the sake of goblins, like the 1/1s that don't really do much or that have abilities that don't end up really mattering, let's say.
Yeah.
I think there are better cards like 2-drops like the Orc, like we've talked about in previous videos, that you could fill in. And like you don't really need this many goblins to justify Goblin Grenade. Maybe 4, sure, but 3, 2, like you're okay, and
yeah,
but it's okay. Like at the end of the day, we've already seen a version that was not dedicated to the goblins, so now we get to see a dedicated version, which is really nice. At the same time.
Maybe have seen a couple less of the regular goblins, and maybe like an extra fireball. Extra, like 2 fireballs. Maybe it disintegrates. X spells, because eventually later in the game, when the opponent builds up their board, your 1/1s and 2/2s are struggling a bit. So
I mean, at least he has the 4 goblin grenades to help with that.
Yes.
Right. He can just throw them over the top and 5 damage. Like technically speaking, those 4 grenades say win the game, right? Yeah. 5 damage times 4, 20 damage. You can win the game just like that in a perfect world.
Or let's say your opponent has lots of mini creatures.
Yeah.
You have a fireball, clear the board, swing it with your crew.
Yeah.
For a couple of turns, so.
It's true. There's an interesting. How do you feel about this Sylvan Library?
I think it's out of place completely, honestly. I don't see why it's.
All right, Bruno's playing a nice little blue-black.
Yeah.
Serendipity Free, it's him to Hippies, Juice Djinn. You got your Him to Thorax and your power blue cards, counter spells. So he's just playing like blue-black control, basically. Yeah, here it is on the screen very fast.
Yeah.
4 hymns. To what?
Yeah. So, welcome to round 6 of
Yeah.
7.
Round 6 of 7. That means the finals are next.
The top 2. What are your predictions?
My predictions are that someone's going to win next round. I think we're going to see a Shops player in the finals, which is interesting because we were talking about Shops getting some love before. We were just talking about it happening from our community. It won't be from our community, but beggars can't be choosers.
Spoiler alert.
Well, hold on. I mean,
maybe
that individual still has to do well this round, so
we shall see.
It matters. Every round matters.
It does.
All right, we have a Malta 5, but a turn 1 Efreet, which we've seen be powerful.
Indeed.
So, pretty good. Turn 1 Goblin, that's what you want to do. I like it more than turn 1 Bolt or Chain, right? You want to get that board presence going right away.
make the board state go. You know, looks like there's someone rooting for Etienne.
Yeah.
I think he's a Quebec City player, if I'm correct.
I think so.
I think so, eh?
So the Ifrit puts an immediate stop to any chance at attacking this turn.
Yeah. However, if he blocks and bolts it, gets rid of the...
Blocks, bolts, or even just Goblin grenades it.
Yeah.
That Mox looked like a land at first, and I was like, no, that's not how that works, but no,
Yeah.
everything is okay.
Okay.
Yeah, right now the Ifrit wins the race, but one more creature means... oh, that's good. That
Goblin King?
Yeah, Goblin King is nice. It's
Yeah.
really important to curve properly with these decks, and the King does exactly that, especially when you're playing 10 1-drops Goblins. So, good stuff so far.
Yeah.
That's a Mind Twist in Bruno's hand, so one more... oh, he can attack, play land, attack, Time Walk, draw another land, and Mind Twist big. Now, obviously, if Etienne only has 3 cards in his hand, there's no need to no need to Time Walk right now. You can just Mind Twist right away. But I do like the Time Walk.
Yeah. Time Walk, attack, Mind Twist. Very good.
Yeah, so Bruno at 15 and Etienne at 14.
Oh.
Okay, but Mind Twists, yeah, okay.
Ooh.
Oh. But okay, if he only had 3 cards in his hand, I think I would have instead Mind Twisted instead of Time Walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you Mind Twist before, you draw the counter spell, you Time Walk with a counter spell available for anything, draw a card. I think you're a lot safer that way. I think I'm only Time Walking first to try to find an extra mana source to hit more cards.
Yeah. But if you had the chance to clear his hand, you probably should have the first time.
Yeah. But it's okay. I mean, it works out to pseudo the same thing. I was going to say the only thing rougher than getting Mind Twisted is also having to deal with Library, and he just drew Library. I mean, it's not turned on, but it's still there. A Juzam Jin off the top would be also very rough.
Yeah.
Rough to deal with.
Okay. Choosing not to attack.
Yeah, he loses the race at this point if he attacks.
I think he's just waiting for that burn spell.
Yeah, we're at a standstill, but
Or a Goblin Grenade.
yeah, Goblins wins this standstill.
Yeah. I think so.
Oh, a second Ifrit is interesting. Yeah, second Ifrit changes things a little bit. Because now at least he can attack, so his clock just got reset, which is good.
Ooh. That's rough.
Oh, just thinking about it from before, I think you're right, yeah. It's if you're going to lose in 2 turns, you have the 2-turn clock.
Yeah.
The other person is presenting a 2-turn clock. But okay, yeah. So the person who's dying is the one who has the clock. Okay.
Did you just admit I was right?
Yeah.
I have that on video. No givesies backsies.
This video is being deleted.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, double attack.
You talk to our tech guy. I think he'll have something else to say about that. So really now, like...
Well, so...
If he has any burn spell...
Yeah, so Bruno's protected by counterspell. and he can also plow his own Ifrit to gain 3 life. So he's actually I think he's okay. And Etienne only has 1 card in hand, unfortunately. So
But
he
Bruno
can't.
dies on upkeep, no?
No, because he plows his own Ifrit. Gains 3 life. Only takes 1. And then and also, yeah, he's also just not dead. He only dies if there's a burn spell. So yeah, all right, good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Close game for both 1 life and 2 life. That's pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
Especially for being mind twisted down to nothingness.
Yeah.
So good for him.
So what are you sideboarding at this point?
Oh yeah, can we see?
Huh? Sure. Blonde. Yeah.
Gonna see if the deck pictures are available again. Check the sideboarding. So I mean, Etienne brings in the blast. The blast, I guess.
Yeah.
Whoa, the strip mines are in the sideboard. Whoa.
Actually, even the Blood Moon.
Are those candies for everybody? I'll keep sugar rushing myself. I should eat real food, but I'm not. Whoa, what's okay. Okay, yeah. So you bring in the blasts, right?
The Blood Moon.
The Blood Moon, yeah. I was gonna say, do you bring in the strip mines now that you've seen that your opponent is a multicolored deck? I don't know.
I would do like mana restriction. I'd take out the Sylvan, maybe the Fork. You know, still keep the Black Vices because you're playing first.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe take out 1 Goblin. Like, you take out the Pendelhaven, maybe the Hammer, put in the Strip Mines. You go into mana restriction, Blood Moon, Strip Mines, restrict their mana base because they're really dependent.
Yeah,
on that.
that's true.
So, thank you.
Can you see the other deck, Bruno's deck? Wow, the blue blasts. Yep. The blue blasts are pretty much instant.
Cop Red.
Cop red instant. Do you bring maybe the balance? I guess, yeah, because there's a lot of you see goblins. You assume a lot of small boys.
But you're also playing a lot of creatures too. But yeah,
I mean,
Cop Red could be devastating.
yeah.
So
I mean, you can basically. Can you afford to cut 7 creatures?
no.
Serendib, Ifrit, and Juzam Jim too much to cut? Because you
If you're
can't.
afraid they're gonna sideboard in Sitting in the Bottle.
It's more like they deal you damage, right?
Yeah.
But how else do you win? Like those 3 hippies aren't gonna do it. You have to just bite the bullet. I think.
I think so.
Yeah, you have no choice. Yeah, so Circle of Protection is pretty rough versus Mono Red. I was talking with Max while we were building our Goblin decks, and the only place where we separated was I stayed Mono Red, but I tend to play like no sideboarding. So
Yeah.
Mono Red makes a lot more sense with no sideboarding. But once you introduce sideboarding, the Mono Red deck has to now deal with Circle of Protection Red.
Yeah.
And other than Chaos Orb, there isn't really any way, like playable
Unless
way
you're
of
doing
dealing
damage
with it.
from artifacts.
Yeah, sure, but again, like if you're just like strict Mono Red, right? Like
Yeah.
Etienne is, you have no way to really remove that Circle of Protection Red. Whereas Max's version playing the white, he can board in some disenchants to deal with them and keep the burn going.
I guess it kind of makes sense,
You know what
but
I mean?
it
So-
takes away from the burn aspect.
Yeah, it
Instead of being
does. But,
strict burn, now you're kind of.
but that's one card that doesn't burn versus Circle of Protection, which turns off every card
Yeah,
from burning,
that's
right?
true.
Well, it can turn off every card from burning.
But
All right, moving to game 2. That was really close, right? Like,
yeah, I mean,
we were almost there for both players.
so
So,
like 2-1 life points.
but what's interesting is that the Goblins player went first last game, and he's going first again. But it's just to say that there may not have been any advantage to going first. Also,
He
Bruno,
got mind twisted, so
yeah,
I mean,
but Bruno mulligans at 5 though.
yeah,
Mulligans at 5, turn 1 to Freet, do nothing for 2 turns, time walk, mind twist, win the game. Rough.
yeah.
Rough.
Wow, going heavy. They're straight across the board.
Yeah,
This
you
Goblin, go, go, go.
You gotta do it. You gotta go as wide as possible. Put as much damage in with your creatures before they become blocked by literally anything, and then finish with burn to the face.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, 4
If he's
goblin
got a
grenades.
cop red in
Yeah.
hand, Bruno. So,
Oh yeah, well yeah, but no white though. Also, fork and goblin grenade, you do not have to sacrifice a second goblin. So 1 goblin gets sacrificed, and fork still deals the extra 5. Good
nice.
stuff. So a land here would be pretty good for Etienne, because land equals goblin grenade plus fork.
Okay. Efreet. Oh, EP. Okay. Very good. It is a card to be respected.
Yeah.
Deal 2 damage, discard a card.
If you draw a land, do you put one of the grenades at the hippie, or do you just put 10 to his face?
I say his face.
If you put it to the hippie, you get 3 damage from the attacks. If you put it to his face, so you get 10 damage from double grenade, or you get 7 damage from grenade and attack, but you don't have to worry about the hippie. So you take 3, you deal 3 less damage, but you can attack for maybe 1 more turn. I think over
Maybe
2
they-
turns.
Yeah, like that. Probably that would be.
Yeah. I think over 2 turns you might gain 1 damage actually from putting the 5 damage to the Hypnotic Spectre.
So now he's like kind of like baiting him, like, hey, you're gonna block, or you're just gonna let him pass.
Oh, okay, so yeah, I would have.
So I'm wondering, does he have a burn spell?
But a burn spell, there would be no reason to. Okay, so he chose the opposite route of just putting 10 damage into the face, which probably might still be okay because like it
Because
just
now he's
means
scared to it. No, but that in a way it kind of like because now he's like, I need my hippie to protect me because I'm at 4 life,
Yeah.
so I can't attack with him. So now he's probably like, he's like, damn.
oh, there's the
Yeah,
Tundra.
now this is problematic.
Tundra off the top is really strong. Oh my god.
Yeah.
See, but interesting because again, if we put the Goblin Grenade to the hippie, there'd be 1 more creature in play, which requires 1 extra mana from the cop red. So attack, they get stopped, and then you can burn the face maybe.
Yeah.
So now he only has 1 creature in play, and Bruno can just activate that thing for. Oh wow!
So
Wow.
he has to kind of bait him into uses 1 red.
No, but the thing is that Bruno's Tundra not only was perfect for the circle, it's also a Tundra, so it produces blue for the counterspell in his hand. Like that was really a savior of a top deck for Bruno.
Yeah.
That was a crazy top deck for Bruno.
Do you have a grenade and a fork in his hand? The Etienne have a grenade and a fork in his hand again?
I think it's a blast. Is it a fork or a blast? I think it's a blast.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it might be impossible. Like with Etienne only having one card in his hand and losing them every turn, he can't hold enough cards to like play multiple spells in a turn.
Yeah.
And Bruno can just pass every turn and just pay one every time.
So close. Okay. Oh, counterspell. Damn. Oof. Ouch.
Counterspell instead of Circle of Protection, just to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, GG indeed. I don't know if anybody's been watching all day. Is there a favorite deck or a favorite match that you've been experiencing? It would be interesting to know.
I mean, I'd like Etienne put maybe like Mishra's Factories. Could have been swinging it for 2.
Yeah. Yeah, Goblins always.
Yeah. Because now Etienne is like, he plays something, the Cop Red's going to be there. Unless it's like an out of some sort.
Oh, always. But I was also checking that. Yeah, it's looking pretty. See what I mean, though? Where like, so Max took away this possibility from his life, where now he can at least try to get a disenchant for the Cop Red.
He's got a second one in hand.
Oh well, yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Sometimes when you get 2, it's just meant to be, you know.
Yeah, not looking good for Etienne, unfortunately.
Ah, fuck! I always forget that Circle of Protection doesn't save creatures. I always forget that. Yeah. Yeah, but still, though, even if he does manage to bolt the hippie or something, there's the Serendibs and the Juzams, they're all coming. But yeah, I gotta stop forgetting that.
Yeah. Doesn't stop damage to creatures.
Yeah.
Do you read Magic the Gathering cards?
No, reading is the hardest part of the game.
I know.
I just repeat actions over and over again to the point where I pseudo-memorize everything. You know what I mean?
Okay. That's why you always ask me to come over to your place to play Magic? You have to reenact these scenarios so I can memorize these.
Yeah. Well, Bruno managed to really save himself with that top deck Tundra.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Demonic Tutor in this position basically secures the victory, right?
Pretty much. Get a counter spell. Whatever they're gonna play, counter it.
Is that what he got? A counterspell?
No, but what else do you get?
Oh, Time Walk.
More Time Walk, yeah. I think I played it this game already, so.
Yeah, Time Walk is pretty good at just. I think all the Time Walks we've seen today have been
really powerful.
pretty
and
good. Yeah. They
important
really.
and, like game changing.
Well, I mean, maybe there was maybe one I think that was just used as an explorer, like just draw a card, play a land. So maybe one was but the rest were all very strong. Whoa, ball lightning! How'd that happen?
I have no idea.
How'd that happen? He played ball lightning and some bubbles appeared with a thumb with a down thumb. Oh. Oh, okay.
So reaction.
Ah. Yeah. That's spam? Don't open links.
Well, unfortunately, Etienne couldn't pull ahead. Copperhead. And it is what it is.
Yeah, you can show Bruno's deck, I guess. Bruno.
What is
Yeah.
what is that? See viewers on.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Is that like a spam thing or is that a real person? Yeah, it's just like a spam thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Bruno also playing Diamond Valley, but no tricks with Preacher though.
No.
So just here to gain him life because I guess his own creatures are threatening a lot of damage, right? The Ifrits and the Djinns are all dealing damage. A lot of burn in the environment, so just a way to gain life, I guess.
Yeah, and you're down in a hole, but man, this deck is so susceptible to sitting in a bottle.
Sitting in a bottle, eh? Yeah, wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
12,
12,
13.
13. Yikes.
And it's not just that there's a decent amount for City, it's that they're also like your threats, right? If you can't play Ifrit or Djinn because there's a City in play, it's pretty rough. Like we just witnessed the hippie win the whole game, but you know, it's still sweaty, right? It's still a little bit like collar pulling a little bit. Yeah, so you don't often see Counterspell and Hypnotoric in the same deck. I'm personally a fan of that. Like, you know, you have the option of going this way or that way, and they're both conducive to your game plan overall. So I think it's okay, but you don't see them very often because they do fill different roles, right? Usually, like discard decks don't play Counterspells.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's okay. You can do it. I've done it. He does it. It's doable.
And I see they opted to secure their mana base a bit more versus playing Mishra's Factories.
Yeah.
Probably opting to play the 2 Diamond Valley to get more life back
Yeah.
versus having Factories.
Well, like, but that's what I mean, though, right? Like, especially with the Counterspell into Torai conversation.
Yeah.
They both have double blue, double black, so you really have to make sure you have your colors.
Yeah.